Time now for Wall Street Beat. This is where we cover three things Wall Street is going to be watching this morning. And our three stories today are, first, there's a Bloomberg report on which of Goldman Sachs, Blackstone, and BlackRock are likely to rule Wall Street going forward. Paul Tudor Jones is the second story. He had some unfortunate, I think it's fair to say, support for Harvey Weinstein, even as the sexual harassment scandal was breaking. And finally, Bitcoin, of course. Bitcoin continuing its dramatic rise. And to take us through it all is Jason Kelly. He's our New York bureau chief as well as executive editor for TV. So great to have you here, Jason. So start off with this great, fascinating report, actually,
I love
from
this
Bloomberg
story.
out.
I love this story.
We'll put up the line chart here of how the stocks of these three companies have done.
Right.
This is Goldman, Blackstone, BlackRock.
Goldman, Blackstone, BlackRock. This is sort of a fun parlor game that I confess we play in the newsroom all the time, talking about these companies. And one of the best ways to look at it, obviously, is the stocks. And, you know, if you look at this, it's interesting to see Blackstone has probably had the most turbulent ride in the public market. Now, it's only been public since 2007. But then when you also look at the market caps, it does not punch as high as the others do in terms of the public markets.
I think we have that chart, too. Yeah,
I think we have that, too. Let's look at that.
There's the cap.
Yeah, but it also has many fewer assets.
It does, for the moment. But what this story really tries to get to is this idea of like influence within their sphere and influence across sort of the new Wall Street. I mean, Blackstone, again, is a company, and I've spent a lot of time writing about Blackstone, so I'm sort of partial to them in some ways. They've only been around for, 25, 30 years. Right. And yet over the last 10, they have really separated themselves from the rest of the private equity industry. You look at Goldman, which obviously took a huge hit during the financial crisis and yet has sort of reinvented itself, has good succession in place. And then BlackRock, trillions and trillions, my favorite number, David, or
as you know. And much less liquid.
But passive,
so
and that's
definitely an interesting parlor game to watch.
And that is such an interesting piece of it. I mean, it's a passive-active debate at the end.